This just in. Have you ever found yourself on a rare, blissful vacation, sitting in a sleepy coastal town, ignoring your perfectly optimized smartphone to read a blurry local newspaper about a cupcake fundraiser? I picked up a copy of The Announcer somewhere in the middle of a week away in Port Alfred in the Eastern Cape, a place where the afternoon moves at the pace of a heavily sedated tortoise. The paper is modest, to put it kindly. Some of the photos are a bit blurry. There is coverage of croquet clubs, dance school performances, and a Cupcakes for Cancer drive at the local mall. There was even a letter from a boxing academy trainer thanking a cafe and a printing shop for their support, mentioning how his boxer knocked out an opponent in 19 seconds. I read every single word. And I don't say that as a curiosity. I say it because I can't remember the last time I read an entire piece of online content without having 14 other tabs open and a sense of impending doom. As a StoryBrand certified guide, I spend my life begging businesses to stop acting like unfeeling machines and start acting like human guides. We are currently drowning in a digital landscape filled with perfect AI-generated content that no one actually wants to read. So let's rip apart why your brain instinctively hates competent writing, why a blurry photo of a cupcake drive is more effective than your 4K stock imagery, and how to use the boxing trainer method to make your brand undeniably human. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Vicky Sidler, a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing strategist from the Strategic Marketing Tribe. And I help small business owners like you build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of efforts that drives 80% of the results. All so that your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. But let's be honest, if your brand sounds like a statistically average chatbot, you are training your customers to ignore you. You must establish secure, undeniable human authority. So download my 5-minute marketing fix to craft a powerful StoryBrand one-liner that standardizes your brand message, giving you a scalable, repeatable way to earn trust that no algorithm can replicate. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, why does your brain secretly hate perfect writing? Because here is the truly frustrating thing about AI writing. It isn't actually bad in the way we expected. It is just catastrophically boring. AI knows when to use a comma. It structures an argument with the precision of a Swiss watch. It delivers a call to action. By every technical measure, a chatbot often outperforms a human writer who hasn't fully mastered their craft. And yet, as a report in the Boston Globe pointed out, AI style is Wikipedian. Everyone and no one at the same time. It is technically correct, but it is a product of safe bets, statistically assembled from the average of everything rather than the particular perspective of any one. It is the linguistic equivalent of an airport hotel room. Clean, functional, and so aggressively beige that you forget you were even there the moment you step out the door. When you give someone a compliment that is technically accurate but feels empty, they know. Your readers are the same. They feel the lack of a gesture. They feel the absence of a person behind the words. And they are reacting with a level of hostility that should make every corporate CMO spontaneously combust. Which begs the all-important question, is your content accidentally nuking your customer trust? Because if you think your audience is fine with your automated blog posts, as long as the information is accurate, you are ignoring a mountain of terrifying research. A study by Raptive found that trust drops by nearly 50% when an article feels AI generated, even when it isn't. According to Adweek, 82% of readers say they can identify AI content, and when they do, their opinion of the brand drops significantly. Among the 45 to 65-year-old demographic, the people who actually have the money and the authority to make B2B decisions, nearly 30% actively dislike AI-generated content. The Nuremberg Institute for Market Decisions even found that when an ad is described as AI made, consumers evaluate it more negatively across the board. They find it less natural, less useful, and they are significantly less likely to actually buy the product. The content of the ad didn't change, only the perceived origin did. People aren't looking for the most competent answer. They are looking for evidence that a human was paying attention. So how does a small town boxing trainer outmarket your entire team? Because the letter in the announcer had something your slick corporate PDF never will. It had the gritty, unpolished texture of a real person who sat down and thought carefully about what needed to be said. The trainer thanked specific businesses by name, this cafe, that hotel, that printer. He wrote about taking kids away from drugs and alcohol simply and without embarrassment. It wasn't balanced or symmetrical. It was specific. Research on credibility is remarkably consistent. Readers don't trust polished prose. They trust specific prose. As noted by Tech Writable, specificity creates recognition, and recognition creates the connection that keeps people opening your emails. AI writing tends toward the general. It says, many small businesses face challenges with cash flow. A human writer says, I had 12,000 Rand in the account and invoices due in 3 weeks. Here's what I did. The first sentence is a safe bet, but the second one makes you lean forward. If your writing is too neat and too symmetrical, it loses believability. You lose the presence that makes people come back. But now, can your brand survive the great flattening of information? Because if you are pumping out high quality, low presence content, you aren't building an audience. You are just contributing to the noise. Journalism scholars describe this as vernacular journalism. Content focused on the everyday lives and proximate preoccupations of ordinary people. The reason the announcer is worth reading is that it provides evidence of presence. The fact that someone showed up to a cupcake drive, took a blurry photo, and printed it is proof that someone was paying attention to this specific place and these specific people. That quality of having actually been there is what no amount of AI efficiency can replicate. Not because the AI can't produce the words, but because the words are not the point. The point is the attention behind them. In a B2B sales cycle that stretches over months, your vague, smooth emails are communicating that you are anyone. And anyone is the first person to be replaced when the budget gets tight. You must stop hiding behind your tools. The most effective content you can produce is writing that could only have come from you. Mention the specific problem your clients had. Mention the thing that went wrong before the thing that went right. And to help you with this, get my 5-minute marketing fix. It helps you use your actual human brain to craft a story brand one-liner with the slight imperfection and raw specificity of a person who has actually lived through something. Prove to your customers that you are a genuine guide who is paying attention, rather than a system that has just learned to describe it. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Do you actually read obviously AI generated content? I don't. I aggressively skim. My rule is simple. If you couldn't be bothered to write the post, I am certainly not going to be bothered to properly read it. Honestly, half the time, I wonder if the person who published it even read it first. Okay, your turn. Do you actually read obviously AI content, or do you just close the tab? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, you might like this one too. It's about why Starbucks just fired its robots and why your brand needs to humanize now. And this is one that YouTube thinks you might like, so check it out and see if the algorithm got it right. That's it from me. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.